sensation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Eddie in Boca Raton. Hey, Eddie, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. How are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Good, good. It is a treasure to have TFNN every hour during the trading day, to be there to help you, to guide you, and even to give you some peace of mind, or like that somebody else is there with you while you're trading this crazy market, either up or down.
Well, listen, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, because we wouldn't be out here, folks, if we didn't have all you guys, gals, tigers and tigresses as clients. And, you know, the market teaches you every single day, man.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Now, this is the bet. I like this card. There's no doubt. I'm going to read it again today. Always do your best. Take action on your ideas. Doing your best means take action on your ideas. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there's no manifestation, no results, and no reward. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? And don't worry about basically falling down, folks. This is a great card, man. Do a million different things, okay? You know, Nike just had it. Like, just do it, man. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 178, NASDAQ off 111, S&P's off 20, gold contract up $5.80, trading at $18.33 an ounce. We got silver down 16 cents, $24.37 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $2.24, $84.17 a barrel. Notes and bonds. The 10-year note up 16 ticks, trading 131.26. The 30-year up a full point plus 11 ticks at 163.19. And King Dollar. King Dollar's down 108 ticks, trading out at 93.940. The euro is at 115. The yen is at 112.84. And the British pound is at 135 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's call, folks. I know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, you got a slightly lower market out here. S&P doesn't have any volume on the way down, man. You're at 40 million shares on the way down, and you're coming into 52 million. So we'll do 50 million something. NDX 100 is different. NDX 100 does have volume on the way down out here today. You get an expansion of volume. You get 43 million shares right now. Probably do about 50. So we'll see where that shakes out. The bottom line is that when you come off highs, you have volume. That's saying you can go lower. No two ways about that. Gold. This is going to get really wild at gold, folks. This is what we have. You know, earlier in the day, I suspected that gold was actually going to break this 1836 number. And you know what? We still might have a shot at it, because just when I came on, they're pushing this market just a bit. And my take right now is that we're actually going to break the 1836 and explode topside. The reason I'm saying that is because what we've had for a long period, well, June of last year, each and every time that we've come up to the 1836, 1839 level, bottom line, monster resistance, failed each and every time. And this particular time, what you have is this. You have two separate things have happened. The retracement off the last surge forward, okay, was a very slight retracement. In fact, if I bring it up here, you're going to see, I believe it's maybe a 0.2823 or something. Well, no, it actually was a 50% retracement off the move. So it was a 50% retracement, which is a normal retracement. We get over and we take a look at the good old U.S. dollar. It's going to be about the dollar here. There's no two ways about it. The dollar is at 93.934, and the number to keep your eye on, and right there isn't much movement in this dollar out here today, but the battle line is at 94.729. That's the battle line. If the dollar comes back inside that, bottom line, I expect you're going to see some fireworks inside of the gold market. The reason I'm saying that, folks, is this. is that what we had done is this. We broke topside in the dollar. When we broke topside on the 29th of September. Broke topside good. Then you failed, and we came down, but it was only down for 1 day. What that is called, called a false break downtown. And when you do a false break downtown, most of the time what ends up happening is this, is that you go to the moon. Right? If you have a false break downtown, you're going to go up for a long period of time. Now, the dollar didn't do it. The dollar went to its highs and failed. So we'll see how that baby shakes out. So I suspect we're going to go back and try to attack that area. Notes and bonds. This one's really intriguing, folks, okay? The note and bond market, they have no doubt caught another bid out here, big bid, too. And I suspect what we have, we got 1.4 million contracts traded in the 10-year. If we go take a look at the 30-year, what we have out here in the 30-year is the 30-year is up 1 point plus 11 ticks. And this is this is like almost to the highs of the last 6 months. And, let's just see. Oh, this would be cool. We might have had an ABC up. 1 second. Hold on. Let me look at this. Okay, so, no, it's not an ABC up. Bottom line, though, it looks like it's going to the top of the range. The top of the range right now is 165. And, there's some real action out here. Now, here's the kicker, folks, okay? This is where I think is going on here. And this is going to be interesting. You know, if you asked me yesterday who the new Fed chairman was going to be, I would have said Powell. And then what ended up happening is this, is that so Biden, and this is after Biden already interviewed both Powell and, what's her oh my God, hold on. It's Lyle, let me get the number. Lyle Brand. There we go, 1 second. She's a Fed director right now. Let me see this, 1 second. There it is. Okay, so it's Lyle Branion, right? And, I was going back and forth saying, okay, I just don't see Biden replacing Powell. And just because of the fact, thanks, Tom, that it's a big play. But then all of a sudden I start realizing something like, okay, so what normally happens is this, folks, is that just the interview process alone, they knew, meaning Biden and the administration knew what they were doing, that the interview process, they wanted to see, my take, now I'm speculating all of this, my take is that they wanted to see how the market would react. Well, the market didn't do anything. And then when I start thinking about it this morning, I says, hey, you know what, man? What's going on here is that, the bottom line is that Powell's saying lower rates for longer. This woman, okay, no doubt, as Z says, highly trained woman, she has a PhD from Harvard, macroeconomist. She has the credentials, and she's dovish. And the market will love it, because the market, and that's what's going on in that bond market right now. The people were on the wrong side of the bond market, and they've been trying to basically flatten out or get on the other side for the last week and a half. But those bonds are saying that, guess what? We're going to hear I bet it's the next week, we're going to hear they're going to new Fed, and it's going to be a chairwoman. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the market's open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
What's separating you from the most successful men and women on Wall Street? That's right, information. Having all the information gives us the perspective we need to place the right trades at the right time. The TAS Profile Scanner is the premier market profile-based scanner. Powered by its acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner instantly filters over 2,500 plus global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. This powerful suite of tools leverages instant trade filtering and strategy formulation to show you emerging trades before they happen. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your first month by using the promo code UPGRADE, and you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Level the playing field with the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find under the Services tab at TFNN.com. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 157. We get the NASDAQ off 114. S&P's off 21. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Tuesday. And don't forget, folks, Basil has an outstanding show every trading day right here, 10 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, The Opening Call. Now, it's very easy to get The Opening Call, folks. You come over to our website at TFNN. You go into newsletters. You see The Opening Call right on the left-hand side. You just hit subscribe. You can get The Opening Call for 1 month for $149. You can get it for 6 months for $695, which is a savings of $199 or 22%. You can get it for a year for $1195, which is a savings of $583 or 33%. Now, they all come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, folks. Bottom line, you get it for 30 days. For some reason it doesn't work, you're going to get your money back. Bottom line, as you also come over there, you're going to learn a huge amount about the marketplace. Basil has about, well, I think he has 12 webinars right now. One of them that was just done a few weeks ago. So check it out. Get over there, hit that button, and you are off to the races. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you? And congratulations. Another one down, and a happy birthday to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Yeah, another one down. Another one bites the dust, man.
Just good. Looking forward to the next year. Hope it's a healthy and successful one.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. So, market-wise, what do we got here, Basil?
So, for a little while now, we've been talking about it. Within the Chapman Way methodology, there are a couple of things that I always do. And I'll go through some of them right now because we've taken a position now on the short side of the Dow after having been long. And I want you to explain something which is basically what I'm looking at. So yesterday there was an all-time. Let me I just want to see if I've updated here. I think that is the chart. I earlier on I had a power outage. And there you are. I just wanted to check. I've updated the candle for today. I got the price. No, don't do that to me. There it is. Yeah. So basically what we're looking at is, on my work, I look at the moving average convergence divergence, the MACD. I look at the slow stochastic. I look at the on-balance volume. You can see this daily chart that I'm showing you on the left. That's the blue line. And I also look at this little gray line inside here as the relative strength.
Yes.
So I do use volume, but I use it as on-balance volume. This goes all the way back to Joe Granville.
Exactly.
And it's a running total. In other words, if the price you're following closes up, you add it to the total. If it closes down, you subtract the volume from the total. So it's really simple. But I used to use it where I had to add up, 125 million to whatever it is, add it to the next days. It was just terrible. But once they turned it into a graph, I love it. So that's how I use it. And basically what I was looking at is the little doji candle yesterday with an all-time high of 36,565. I was anticipating, based on the 120-minute chart, that we were really close to some kind of reversal. But here's the issue. I love to look at how the price is above the 9-period moving average, the exponential moving average, that's a green line, and how that green line is above the 14-period moving average. And basically what it says is that if in fact you were going to get a price movement to take that green line down below the 14 to turn it pink, which is negative, that would be a huge move. So it would have to be some sense of a news event, a news story that the market absolutely does not like. So far, the market's ignored everything that could be negative. It's just like water off a duck's back, didn't care. It just went higher and higher. But that little doji candle, I didn't know that we'd have a doji candle, but I was anticipating there was a chance of one little pop-up, and then we should start at least a very near-term pullback. So yesterday, very soon after the open, we had a short position set up for a certain price, and we managed to get it within about, say, 20 to 30 points of the all-time high yesterday. So for the Dow, first time in a while, it was the second time in a while that we're actually in a short position, because we had been riding the diamonds to the upside for a long time, and we still have that core position from last year back at the lows of March and then in April. So we've got that as a core position, but this is a trading position. So that's the Dow. So, but the weekly, we have to wait for Friday to see where it closes. There's a chance that the MACD deflects lower. At this point, it's at 0%. The histogram is not cross positive. Stochastic's very good at 93%. So I'm doing this on a short-term basis, and that means I don't want to feel like I'm fighting the Fed. You can never fight the Fed. The Fed is bigger than any country with the power of its potential to move the markets. So I'm not fighting that, but I am just doing, based on the Chapman wave methodology, we've got a little doji candle. And if there was a close below yesterday's low, it looks like there will be, it says, hey, be ready for at least some kind of a pullback. But wait a minute, we're looking at the S&P. So I'm always looking for at least the fourth highest peak. And the S&P yesterday, if I could just type it in over here, did get to, in this leg D, it got to this leg D. It went on Friday at 47.18.50. It had a tiny little, when you think of something as powerful as the S&P 500, having a tiny little candle like that at an all-time high, to me, that always speaks of at least a little bit of tiredness. And you can see today we've started to pull back. And at that peak D, and the on-balance volume, both in the Dow and the S&P and the Chapman wave methodology, are really the only technicals that I'm using it to say, hey, there could be a pullback, because the actual MACD and stochastic, et cetera, are still very good. And then to get to the QQQ, the index 100, and I'd said, it had a 400.99 close on Friday. It had a little tiny inside doji candle yesterday. I said if there was a pop to 401.00 or higher, that starts leg D. But there's a chance we could make what I call a peak C1 and a C2. We haven't done that yet, but you can see that finally the index 100 is having a deeper pullback at 0.74%. Than the Dow and the S&P. And then the IWM. So you can see in my Chapman wave methodology, D, E, and F, that's kind of where we say be a little careful. And we've got the peak F probably today at 244.46, yesterday's high in the IWM. So putting it together on the shorter term, there is enough evidence to say, yes, there could be a little bit of a flurry to the upside. Maybe the index, the QQQ, needs to go one leg higher. But it's at this point that I get a bit cautious, and that's the stance that we've taken. We still have kept our long positions, but we've raised cash. It's very interesting because if you look at the potpourri of all these different indices, you had spoken about gold. Well, for subscribers, we've been long gold for about a week or so, and through the GDXs, the gold miners vectors. And there's this pattern that I call the Chapman wave falling axe, where it went to a peak E at 33.95, just above the 200-period moving average, and that became a repellent area and it pulled back sharply to about 31. And now it's trading at 33.28. So the 33.60 level on the daily chart of the GDX, that's resistance. And the reason why I bring it up is that we are still long from April of 2018, the dollar, and the dollar's holding near the highs. And we had spoken about this before. It's just unusual. I always say it's like 4 to 6 weeks throughout the year. You'll get a period where the dollar and gold go in the same direction, but mostly, not percentage-wise, but in trend, they're usually trending opposite one another in kind of counterpoint. So this is going to be a very interesting period, just waiting to see what happens over the next 2 days. But just on a short-term basis, I'm waiting to see. So far, it's worked out quite well for the short position, but the day is young. We'll see what happens.
It sure is. And folks, it's very easy to get his website, to get his newsletter. Come over to our website at TFNN, hit newsletters, hit the opening call. Basil, have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Tom. You too.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Are you having fun trading the markets but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other Tigers and Tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee and become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's down 170. We got the Nasdaq off 114. S&Ps are off 21. We got to go over to Tesla, folks, because this one is a trip, man. There's no doubt. So you take a look at Tesla out here, and you're going to see Tesla is down hard today, $138, 13% basically, probably 12% from where it started from. Tesla 2 days ago was at, 3 days ago. 3 days ago, it was at $12.43. Okay, so you've lost $220 in 3 days. Now, check this out. So what you had out here this morning, you had the aspect of Elon on Twitter over the weekends about the selling 10% of the stock. But that is not what moved the stock. What moved the stock this morning was that Elon's brother, okay, sold 88,000 shares at the high. So check this out, man. This is like, this will go down. This might go down in history, depending where Tesla goes. So Kimball, he's a board member, sold 88,000 shares on November 5th. So check this out. At the average price of $1,229.91. Now, that was approximately 15% of his equity stake, folks, okay? And you can see the price. The price is at the highs in the bottom line, and it comes out to approximately $109 million, okay? Now, when you take a look at this, let me bring this up so you can kind of see this, how this shakes out. And we'll go into the management, and then we'll go into the board, because he's on the board, and then we're going to bring him up. So you're going to see, there it is right there. So he sold 88,500 shares, sold them on November 5th. He has 511,000 left. Bottom line, you can see 15% of his position, which is going to be pretty wild. Oh, and check this out here, before I forget. This is going to be cool, because if you're listening to TD Ameritrade this morning, this was really cool, man. So if you haven't listened to TD Ameritrade, okay, they're on every day, noon to 1 o'clock, folks, okay? And it's an amazing program, right? So they have this guy, Landon Swan, okay, on. And he does phenomenal work. And what it is, it has to do with the aspect of what people are talking about on Twitter. And I've listened to it for a long time now. And the information is always solid information. There's no doubt about that. Now, so check this out. So he was on there this morning, and they were talking about Fubo TV, and he was talking about the aspect. He actually has it, too. Okay, so there's two different things that's going on here. So what Fubo does is this. Fubo, he said it was approximately $65, and it's like Dish Network. It's a huge sports deal, okay? Now, that being said, it's not only just a sports deal. It's a sports deal, folks, and if you watch football at all, you can see this year where all the whether it's Terry Bradshaw, you know, NBC in general, Fox in general, they all are basically putting the point spreads, and they're running contests to get you acclimated to gambling. That's what they're doing, okay? Now, this one here is this Fubo TV. What they do when the games are on and going, they're giving you live point spreads, okay? Now, that being said, what's happening after the market today, they're coming out with earnings, okay? So picture this. Everything that he picked up is really positive for this equity. That being said, what was happening, so as I'm listening and I'm pulling this up, and the first time I pulled it up, so check this out. This is pretty wild, because I pulled it up, and then it was like the chief executive officer of Fubo, okay, sold, well, this is what ended up happening. And this was only on November 3rd. On November 3rd, he got $50,000, no, 50,000 shares and options. Get that bigger so you can, okay. So the bottom line is that he got 50,000 options on Fubo. Well, what he did is he sold every single one of those options on November 3rd. Now, that's telling me, okay, the bottom line. Now, he has an additional approximately 1.5 million shares. He has 1.469.819 to be exact. But selling all your options on November 3rd, and we are at November 9th, and you're coming out with numbers, that's telling me that the numbers aren't going to be there. So I can't wait for this baby to come out, you know, after the close to see where it checks out. Because what you do have to do, if that option, two different things are happening. If that option, if you had to take it, what happens normally is that you take it, you convert it, and then you're going to sell like 37% of it because you're going to have to pay taxes on the 37% tax bracket. You know, that's a normal occurrence. It's not a normal occurrence that you take it and you sell the full amount. So we'll see where that shakes out after the close, but it's going to be intriguing, no doubt. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here, and we're going to have volume inside the NASDAQ and the NDX 100, but we're not going to have volume inside the S&P. We have Ford's flat. You got Pelletier is down $2.47. You got Nvidia off $2. PayPal, that's down big. We'll go back in there. That's down $26. That's down over 10%. Tesla, of course, is monster. That's down $139. You got AMC down $5. GE. So GE, they're going to break up GE. Bottom line, GE has some volume behind the move out here today. That being said, guess what? GE is still trading back at 1997 levels, folks, okay? So the bottom line is that the new CEO, there's no doubt, had the guts to do what should have been done a long time ago and break the deal up. So we'll see where this shakes out in GE. Let me put this a little bit closer. Because my take on GE is that, they're going to break this up. And yes, they're going to sell plenty of stuff, meaning plenty of paper to the public. But they've cooked their books so long, folks, that we'll find out how much other stuff, okay, is inside of what they plan to do. I'm not a fan of GE, as you can see. 877-927-6648. That being said, I am a fan of Amazon. Amazon has caught some bids out here today in a weak market too. Pretty wild. So Amazon right now is up $83. The gap fill was $35.80, and we hit $35.93. So most of the time, this is what happens most of the time, folks. If you're filling a gap, what ends up happening is that you run up, you get into the gap, and that in itself is a huge deal because gaps above you don't have to get filled. You get into the gap, you fill it. Bottom line, then you're going to build some cars, you go sideways. Amazon's set up nice right now. I mean, it's been in a huge consolidation. And on top of that consolidation is $37.73. Bottom of that consolidation is lower than this because it still has a high volume high, which is sad. A high volume low rather, because it's like, okay, man, you're going to go after that. But when you put this on a weekly, the last 2 weeks, someone is buying this hand over fist. Oh, I know what I can do too. Hold it 1 second. We got to pull this up because if someone that's already owned is buying it, this will show up. Oh, look at here, look at here. No, November 4th. No, September 30th. September 30th. Bank in New York. Oh, Bank in New York. That's only a month ago. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up. Dow's down 147. Nasdaq's off 102. S&P's off 19. I want to thank our man Dan inside the den, reminding me that So Amazon is flying, folks, because what's going on is that Amazon owns 20% of Rivian, okay, which is going public tomorrow. Now they also bought 100,000 vans off them, okay. So this plans on going public Wednesday. The bottom line is that, you got an electric company. I don't believe they have any income yet. Let me just see this. Revenue. Oh, 1 second. Oh, that's so funny. I was just pulling up revenue. I won't be able to pull this up till tomorrow. Bottom line, though, is that's where this is going to be a big IPO, folks. That's the real bottom line. They're going to push a huge amount of paper. Well, they're not going to push a huge amount of paper out, but the paper that is out is going to be basically at a very high price because the demand has been there. And it's got to be pretty cool that you not only have the an IPO coming out, but you know that you have a customer in Amazon, and this is all about vans. So they're making 100,000 vans for Amazon, delivery vans. That's just a start. We know how Amazon works. And we also know how the aspect of, and this is where Bezos is so smart, that picture what ends up happening. What he does is he turns around and likes the car company for sure, puts the order in, makes sure he's a piece of the order, okay? That is a nice way to basically wrap the whole thing and, more than likely get a nice acceleration on the way up. And, it's really wild. That reminds me of how Bloomberg actually got so rich. Okay, so I have a Bloomberg. I've had a Bloomberg since 1994, right? And because this is a cool story to understand how Bloomberg got so powerful. So picture, he's a software guy, made a nice piece of software that had everything. I mean, the Bloomberg folks literally has everything. It doesn't matter whether you want to look up law cases. You can go anywhere you want in the world in 2 seconds, okay, but you're paying for it. That being said, what ended up happening when he started this is what he did. Merrill Lynch at that particular point was the biggest broker-dealer in the world, right? So you know what Bloomberg did? Bloomberg turned around, made a deal with Merrill Lynch that they, you want 20% of this. Then he went to Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, and all of those had 3 to 5% of it. Now, what that did immediately is that then they decided to use a Bloomberg because it was competition at that point, folks. They had a Bloomberg and they had Rhodes. That's when that first came out. And at the first couple of years, there was some real competition. Even in '94, when I got this, it was competition, but the Bloomberg seemed to me like easier to use. So what ended up happening is that little by little, every time that there was a downdraft, the banks would end up selling Bloomberg the positions that they owned back, okay? And then here's the kicker. In the 2007 crash, when all the banks went broke, guess what? Bloomberg, Merrill Lynch came to Bloomberg. Hey, man, can you buy my 20%? No problem, man. Blood's in the street. Bought the 20%. The rest is history. And that's where when I'm looking at what Bezos is doing with the car company, I'm saying to myself, that's pretty cool, man, because the bottom line, and for the car company it is too. There's no doubt about that. I'd say what the differential is, as long as that company's doing good, I don't think Bezos, well, it's Amazon itself that owns it, not Bezos, folks. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, that's going to be interesting. I got to pull that up. Thus far, it's saying Amazon's the one that owns it. But yeah, we'll find out tomorrow when that whole thing goes. But you can see that's a really cool way of actually getting big business, get it solid, get orders, and have it organized. It's pretty cool. Okay, so it doesn't look like I'm going to get my 1836 today. Now, this is pretty cool, though, because what's going to happen here, this is on the gold market, what's going to happen is that we're going to be closing right underneath it. And that sets up, a wild night inside of the gold market, folks. Z, you're going to be up all night tonight, man. Larry will be, too. Oh, my God. So, because what's happening right here is that we are just laying under this number, folks, okay? Now, the cool thing is, what I definitely like is that we have 200,000 contracts. That's good contract volume, folks, okay? Coming into highs. I mean, if we were at 150, it'd be a bummer. There's no two ways about that. So you've heard me talk many times that when you're coming into swing points, whether they're up or down, if you see volume that is accelerating, which we have, most times you're going to break that area. And what we definitely have is that this is a creek. That's a Wyckoff term. You'll see it in my book, The Art of Timing the Trade, but it's a Wyckoff term, and this is the creek. And the creek is set up really well. And that creek, the top of the creek is 1839. We had 1834 today. You know, 1836 to 1839 is the baby. And, you know, bottom line is that you can see how this is set up. And we'll find out whether we're going to break it, make it, or whatever else we're going to do. That's the real bottom line. And that is going to be predicated on the good old U.S. dollar. In fact, let me do this. I know. I got to see how the GLD is hitting this, because what has happened before is that the GLD hasn't had, yeah, look at that. See, the GLD needs more juice, man. That's not great. That is not great. But the bummer, actually. Okay, so the GLD should be doing, at these levels, about 8 million shares. And right now, we're only at 4.8. We'll see what happens, where this shakes out. So there's divergence. And the divergence would be that you have the volume inside of the future market. You do not have it inside of the GLD. And, of course, what I want to see it in both. That's the real bottom line. And we don't have it in both. XAU and the HUI, let me see if this has taken it out yet. Because some of the individual stocks, it hasn't taken it out yet, but this is a nice setup. It looks to me like the HUI and the XAU also could be big ABC structures on the way up. You know, we've already had a few ABC structures inside of the gold market, and we'll see whether we can get up there. PayPal, let's go take a look at PayPal. PayPal got smoked out here. PayPal, lows 178 for the year. The high's 310. You're trading at 203. They came out with their numbers, and you got a gap down. Oh, this broke the whole consolidation. Oh, this is in trouble. Okay, so 233. So you got 80 bucks. That's what? 133, 134. 134, man. Yeah. Let me get that right. 1 second. 233. 64. 74 bucks. What did I say? Oh, no, it's 223. 223. 1 second. 223. It's even worse. That's 85 bucks. That's 150. Yeah, 150 is game. It looks like 147 is going to be game. The next stop here would be 174. But you get 147 as game. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Are you looking for a secured investment which pays you on a monthly basis? The Tiger First Mortgage Program may be the program for you. The best rate on a 5-year CD in the country right now, according to Bankrate.com, is paying 1% per year or $1,000 per $100,000 invested. The Tiger First Mortgage Program pays 7% per year, paid monthly, on secured, high-value, buildable properties in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment is for 4 years, paying 7% per year or $7,000 per $100,000 invested. Your investment is secured by high-value real estate in St. Petersburg, Florida. Your investment can be anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000. You want to make $1,000 per year on $100,000 invested or $7,000 per year on a secured Tiger First mortgage. The Tiger First Mortgage Program may be just the program for you. The Tiger First Mortgage Program pays 7% per year, paid monthly. For more information, you can call 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 145, Nasdaq's off 108, S&Ps are off 19. And yes, there's and folks, remember that, you know, as you're watching Tiger TV, if you're on YouTube, we got a great chat room in there, and you know, it's great information, man. I mean, just go to it and check it out. What they're talking about in there is that there's no doubt that when you jump the creek, so this is how this works, folks, okay? I'm going back to the gold market again. You jump the creek, and then normally you do come back and test that area. The real question is going to be, you know, does it test it after it gets up to the 1915 area and then comes back? But yes, to answer the question, and that comes right from Wyckoff, also in from my book, when you jump the creek, you can make the move, okay? And if you jump in the creek and you're making the move with volume, which most of the time that's what happens, right? Then you wait, if you're not in the gold market, okay, or any equity. This works with any equity too, okay? And what ends up happening is that you wait for the pullback. The pullback's on light volume, and then, I never heard this saying, but I love this saying, let's see, jump all over it like a trout on a worm. Oh, yeah, like a trout on a worm. Okay, I get it, fishing. I thought it was, yeah. So anyway, that is the bottom line. Let's go take a look at one more that a few of the Tigers own out here. That's SoFi. This is in the same space. And this is what is killing PayPal. There's no doubt about it, man. There's so many cash apps right now. It's insane. Bottom line, the low is 10, the high is 28. This is coming out with their numbers after the market tomorrow. And this has been in a consolidation. It's a large consolidation, though. There's no doubt about it. Had a nice sign of strength a few signs of strength on the way up. There's no doubt about that. So that's telling me this thing wants to go up to 24.95. Right now, you're at 22.20. That's how this baby has set up. Always remember, folks, the bear can claw your heart out, the bull can run you over, and thank God there's always another trade. Health, happiness, and prosperity. Have a great day, a safe day. Come back and visit us tomorrow morning. Tommy kicks us off, folks. 9 o'clock in the morning. Great show. Have a great one, folks. We'll get him, folks.